we have for us today? Oh, that's a lot of cards. All right, I'll take them. I'll take them. Okay, so here we have the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and Death and Rebirth. All right, so I strongly feel that there's an energy here of having to protect what you have. I feel like all of us are currently in the situation of facing a lot of literal endings and deaths in our lives because of not just because of the COVID-19 pandemic, although greatly caused by that, because we have a lot of people who've passed away, friends and loved ones. People have lost businesses. People have lost jobs. And it's really a time, I think, that a lot of people are in their minds. A lot of people are feeling a bit trapped by the situation currently. There's a lot of mental conflict, a lot of burden that a lot of us are carrying inside in our minds, and there's this sudden energy of having to protect what remains, what we have left, the stability and security that we have left. All right, but the great thing about what's happening in our current situation is there's an energy here of something about to be born. So yes, we are facing a lot of deaths and endings, but along with death, there's always new life, right? There's always rebirth. So we're looking at the situation here where, yes, everything's stressful. There's a lot of, mental conflict, but something beautiful will be born from this. All right. So let's explore. Let's see what else we can get from the cards today. Let's see what here. So again, if you're stopping by, if you dropped by, if you saw this video, this means that there's something in this video for you, a message from spirit, guidance on your current path. If there's something here for you, please let me know in the comment section if it resonates, and let's go. All right, so what else do we have? Oh, okay, I'll take those two cards. So let's see, we've got the Nine of Pentacles. See, this is what I'm saying. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, the Star, and the Three of Wands. So again, yes, there's a lot of burden here. We've got the Nine and the Ten of Swords. So a lot of people are, really kind of suffering. There's a lot of problems. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot going on. People are stuck in their thoughts, stuck in fear. The Ten of Swords is, I always view the Ten of Swords as the ultimate card of burden. You can't get any worse than the Ten of Swords. Like, you're deader than dead, in other words. And I think that a lot of people, unfortunately, are in this energy right now where there are just a lot of problems, right? And we can't help, especially if you're sensitive, an empath, or somebody who absorbs energies easily. Definitely, this is a time to kind of have to reflect about where we are, not just collectively but individually. And that's what's spurring the collective energy of having all of this burden, because everybody's just kind of in this life review with the death and rebirth. But like I said, this energy is, there's something about to be born here, for all of us, right? So yes, we are in our heads a lot, in our minds a lot. There's an element here of having to protect what we have, to make sure that our stability is intact. We don't want to lose anything else than what we've already lost. But there's also this energy of the Nine of Pentacles, which is, the Nine of Pentacles is fulfillment within the self, I would say. The Ten of Pentacles is that card of stability, ultimate stability, usually related to family life. But in the Nine of Pentacles energy, you've got yourself, standing out. That you are that one pentacle that completes the nine. You know what I'm saying? So, so there's a lot of this energy of coming into yourself and having to discover who you really are. And that's why the Star is also here. The Star came out in the reading, which is always the greatest card for new beginnings. I feel highest potential. You are literally the star shining in the sky, and you are your own light here. You are all you need to guide yourself in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So there's this energy that all of us have right now, that we are about to give birth to something new. Something new in ourselves, something new for us, And so we've got the Three of Wands energy here, which is again about to go out into the world. You're ready to just kind of conquer it, get out there, and see what's out there. And there's this lady over here holding a surfboard, looking out into the horizon. There's just so much potential ahead, all these great waves, but all the wind in your hair. It's just an adventure, right? Life's an adventure, and here we are about to set out, give birth to whatever this new energy is, in the midst of so much stress and mental conflict. So yeah, and it seems like a really, this is a really great reading. I have to say, because it's, I'm a believer in as above, so below. So we don't always look at things as either black or white. They could be both, depending on your perception. Now let's see what else we can get from today's reading. Let's use the Mystical Wisdom deck. This deck, by the way, is the Light Seer's Tarot, and this one I'm using right now, this is the Mystical Wisdom card. Let's get some guidance, some guidance from Spirit. See what's out there. What do our guides have to say? What guidance can we, what guidance should we all keep in our hearts and our minds and our souls during this time? Spirit, please speak to us. And let's see what comes out in the cards. Oh, all right. A lot of cards came out here. 4 cards came flying out. All right. So you've got 4 cards here. You've got the vacation card. Take time for relaxation and adventure. And yeah, I really feel like, although we have this pandemic currently where a lot of people are clearly like stressed about the idea of going out, because you can, it's so easy to get sick, and especially if you're not vaccinated. No judgment, by the way. Vaccination, I believe, is a purely personal choice, but of course, if you want to be responsible, a responsible friend, neighbor, relative, then please get yourself vaccinated. But at the end of the day, if you don't want to either, I don't judge you. Just always be safe and make sure that you don't infect anybody else. That's just really about it. So vacation, yes, I feel like in the midst of all of this, it doesn't mean that just because there's a pandemic that you don't have to take a vacation for yourself. You can still, find a way to relax and have that sense of adventure. I mean, I always say that if you can't find happiness where you are, you won't find it anywhere else. So you don't need to actually physically get out there to, to kind of relax and have that sense of adventure, right? And as I say this, the car just passed by, and this is what I'm saying. There's just all these energies are really intertwined, and I think there's a reminder here to just take some time out from this, 9 and 10 of Swords energy, and just kind of like learn how to recharge, relax, get back into yourself. You really need that, especially if you want to move forward. You've got to pause and relax before you can move ahead. That's what I always say. Now, we also have the Angel of Miracles here. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Yes, so I really feel like there is this energy again of something about to be born, like this newness that's coming out, right? So it's a miracle in the sense that you've carried so much burden, but there's something great happening. There's something beautiful that's coming out of all of this. And so it requires you to open your heart. And how do you heal your heart space? How do you expand yourself? Relax, take a vacation, find your grounding, be at one with yourself. When you find pleasure in who you are and what you're doing, usually that's where everything flows naturally. That's when your heart space, your soul space, you expand, when you've just found that place for yourself. So you really have to give yourself the time, right? And you also have gratitude. Be grateful for all you have. So this is interesting because today it happens to be the International Day of Gratitude, or International Thank You Day. So it's really great that this, Jan 11, 2022, today is 1/11/22. I mean, I really do feel that, that's a magical number in itself, the date today. And yeah, it's a reminder here to just be grateful for everything you have, right? So there's always something to be grateful about or grateful for. Just because you're in this 9 or 10 of Swords energy doesn't mean that there's, you're stuck in your mind. There's just so much out there that you just need to see. All right, so we've got this last card, which is self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. So again, what did I say? We're looking at this energy right now, right? Of having gone through so much pain and suffering and maybe a lot of challenges, but now it's time to kind of like be reborn. And this is Spirit reminding you that you are capable, you are powerful, you have the ability to be whoever you want and achieve what it is you want in this life. Don't hold yourself back. Don't be afraid to fly solo, because you can rely on yourself. You can do it. And so yeah, these are your cards for today. This is for all of us. Again, this knows no sign, no zodiac, so this is a collective reading. And I hope you enjoyed this today. Thank you again, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye, guys.